Okay, let's see if this fixes. See if it goes now. Says excellent. Be live. Should be live. Back into X-Plane here. Biz. Ooh, this looks pretty good. Not stuttering or anything. Alrighty, how does it look if I move left and right? Oh, it looks smooth. Hell yeah! So I just had to increase the bitrate and restart the stream. Sweet. Well, welcome in, guys. So yeah, this is actually gonna work out now. So I'll just do this as my first little stream. I know there's no intro and no anything, but you know what? I feel like not doing that right now. So there you go. But welcome in. This is kind of my first stream on YouTube, honestly. Used to be on Twitch, now here. So yeah, we're in cruise. I fly a lot of X-Plane, a lot of Tolis, and right now we're in the Tolis A320neo. I'm flying Spirit, and we're on a flight down here in the inner page. We're on a flight from MCO over to Austin. On the network on VATSIM, I fly on VATSIM. So we're doing that right now, cruising at 360. We've been in cruise for about, I'd say about 20 minutes now. Yeah, it's not bad. Got some weather coming up potentially as we get in cruise here, or as we continue in cruise here. Probably a little bit closer into these waypoints over by our ETP. But honestly, for now, it looks pretty nice and smooth. We have the seatbelt sign off. Everything looks pretty solid. No E-cams, that's always a good thing. But yeah, welcome in, guys. If you're here, there's probably nobody here, but that's all right. We're just trying this out. It literally is called Test for a reason. So, but yeah, I think my plan is to do, at least for now, we're planning to do runway 36 left into Austin. The wind right now is looking like, let me pull it up. I'm just pulling it up on my iPad for those, for context. I use an iPad with Navigraph charts, and that's how I kind of pull stuff up. And then I Alt-Tab to Safari, and I can pull up my VATSIM radar, I can pull up my flight plan, I can pull up SimBrief, all that type of stuff. Because I am on a single monitor. I know that's atrocious, but that's what I got, so that's what I'm doing. Looks like we may have a traffic up ahead, but they're plenty ahead. We don't have to worry about them. They're like over 80 miles. Kind of out here on our own, to be honest. But that is the nature of being on VATSIM at this late at night Eastern time. And yeah, but I'm trying to look around and see if I see anything worth my time. I can't believe I got this working. I just need to increase the bitrate. After the stream, I'll probably increase it even more because I'm getting no lag in the sim at all. As you can see my frames on the top. That's not bad. Although my little trick for reducing frame rate reducing, well, if you want to reduce frame rate, you just increase everything to ultra. But if you want to have your flight sim run really, really well and have the flight model be really, really accurate, and you don't have that stupid flare right on short final and crash, if you want that, what you need to do is you need to go into your X-Plane settings and you need to drop everything, well, not everything, but most of it really low. Maybe I'll make like a short YouTube video and upload it of all my settings and like how I manage it. But I swear there's very few cases where I have some issues here and there, but there's very few cases where I have issues with it. And honestly, all it does is just make it look a little fuzzy at distance. But to me, like, I'd rather have performance and the accuracy of flight model than have the oh wow, it looks beautiful, and my sim is going to explode. So yeah, that's always good. But yeah, you can kind of see down here, like as I zoom in, the quality gets a little bit better. As I zoom out, it gets a little blurry. So if you can put up with that and you can kind of deal with it, it's not really that bad. But yeah, well, it's something that I've been working on for a little while. I still haven't had it ironed out. Like sometimes at cruise, I get really weird lag, especially with the level up. I fly all the level ups, but I'm hoping for V2. I don't know if V2's out or not yet, but I'm really excited for V2 because that's for freeware. For freeware, level up is really good add-on. And I may not do things, by the way, the most legit way. If you ever see me doing flight sim and I'm doing something wrong, don't worry about it. I do it my way sometimes just because I know it's maybe not the most realistic. I'm not trying to be, you know, this is not for replicating as realistic as I can. This is more for just being on here and having a good time. Let's just say that. So, but going back to our winds, because I really got on a side tangent there. Winds 030 at 7. So I think 36 left is a great option into Austin. 10 miles of surface visibility, few clouds at 4,000, scattered 6, temperature, or actually, yeah, ceiling's at least 12 because there's no broken. Temperature 14, dew point 13, ooh, humidity 94%, jeez. And altimeter 3013. That was as of 45 minutes ago. The TAF says, we're showing some degrading conditions actually on the TAF. Looks like it becomes marginal at 050 Zulu, which we shouldn't have to deal with technically because it's only well, actually we might see marginal conditions potentially. They say change is rapid, so that's always scary. And then it's turning to IFR at 07 and it says rapid development. Low IFR at 12, that's also rapid change. So yeah, oh wow, that low IFR. Ceiling 300, 3 surface mile, visibility's not bad. 3 surface miles visibility. Yeah, but overcast at 300, that's pretty, oof. That's a nice layer right there. Yeah, so luckily most ILSs you'll be under that. In fact, actually, our ILS that, well, I'm going to plan the ILS into runway 36 left. On my iPad, I'm pulling up the approach. So right now, if you know anything about Austin, we have the Woolly 7 with the weed transition, because there's 3s.
Mexico.
Oh, hello, Canadian. I'm live streaming right now to YouTube.
It says you're flying over Mexico.
Mexico? I'm over the Gulf of Mexico. Yes.
It says cruising over Gulf of Mexico.
Yeah.
It doesn't even say the. It just says Gulf of Mexico.
Actually, do you know what? We're going to take 36 right... Oh, actually, it's... What?
By the way...
Am I stupid? Yes, I am.
The friends got the Arma 3 to work.
Oh, did they?
With the exception of my computer.
Okay. Gotcha.
I haven't tested their fix. However, I already know Hamachi doesn't work to bypass the server thing.
I gave up on Hamachi now, finally, after all these years.
It still allows me to join them.
Oh, interesting.
They just can't join me.
Yeah, I gave up on it, to be honest with you. I don't know, I used to use Hamachi. I used to use it mostly for Minecraft, but then I think everybody has at some point. But it's just
Minecraft cut off. They put in malicious code to stop Hamachi from working on the LAN portion.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I thought it was just Amanda and I tried it one time and it didn't work, and I was like, oh shit.
That's why it stopped.
Oh. Good to know. Thank you for that, because I would have just kept aimlessly flailing my arms around trying to get it to work.
The malicious code is so problematic that, sorry, my brain just
English is really good for you right now.
Anyway, is so
Mhm.
problematic that that it was when they first came out with it, it was
Yep.
preventing me from running a LAN server at all. Even to my brother who was in the basement of the fucking house.
Oh damn.
On
That's
the
really
same
bad.
internet. What LAN is for?
Yes. Oh, good lord. But anyhow, doing a flight in the U.S. as you could tell. Wait, how did you find my status? Did it tell you on Discord?
Yeah, under friends.
Oh shit!
It
I
says
didn't know it does
active
that.
now.
Oh, because Volanta.
Well,
That's right.
if you're in a group call, it will show your full status,
Yeah.
including your flight code.
Yeah, it shows
your
the
start
Spirit
and
Wings
end.
1067, which is MCO to Austin, and then the type aircraft is the last part. That's the ICAO
A20N?
code.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a 320 Neo.
Yeah.
Yep.
So it shows all that, but when you're not in a voice call, all it shows is you're in Volanta. That's it.
Interesting. I did not know that's how
Yeah.
the presence works, or whatever that is. The
Yeah.
rich presence.
Yeah, and if you're invisible, nobody can see what the fuck you're doing.
Yes, Bravo 6 is going dark.
Bravo 6 has always been dark.
Pause.
Anyway.
Anyhow, moving on. Yeah, I got a little
We
bit.
still gotta play some Terratech and
Oh, we do.
Rift.
And since I'm streaming, because all these get saved to YouTube, so for the love of God, the FBI is gonna hate me. The beautiful
I tried
thing
to ask
is,
you last time,
yeah,
and then the only thing we ended up doing is what, one game of Peak and then a game, not even a
I know,
full
right?
game of Sky.
yeah. So Mateo
like,
and I are
"Oh."
streaming, or well, not now, but Mateo and I are planning on doing streaming. I have a schedule, somewhat, obviously dependent on college because that takes precedence.
Of course.
But when I can, I will be popping on. I will do live streaming of flights, Risk of Rain, Roadcraft if we do that. We'll show off our shenanigans of getting things stuck in various ways. Pause. And
I'm going to be building a ramp on
oh
Roadcraft.
god, yeah. How much dirt are you going to use? The entire map worth of dirt?
Yes.
I know, because you had that one terrain glitch near that bridge, and it kept you kept filling up the
Eating.
entire lake next door.
Actually, it was a giant sinkhole, but yeah.
Oh,
Oh, did you know that
Sinkhole.
currently there's a possibility that we could no longer have voice acting in Roadcraft?
yeah, I saw that. Did the voice actor get like removed or something like that? I don't know.
No. What I think it is what I think is happening. Oh,
I know they're trying to make it more like they're trying to make Roadcraft more like Snow Runner, and I believe
Yeah,
that's what I've
yeah,
seen.
it's,
Including myself, I wanted it to go that direction a little bit
Yeah.
more. Not all the way, because obviously I want it to still be its own
well,
thing. But
the engine is really shitty.
where is that
currently.
airplane? Oh, there he is. Why did I not see
However,
him
it
earlier?
has
Whatever.
it has a higher possibility to it.
Gotcha. And for those on stream, that aircraft that I just looked at off the left side there, that was a United 2857. And what does he say he's going to? He went from Houston to Fort Lauderdale, actually. So he's going the exact opposite direction as me.
I was about to say it's a B-29 on its way to Hiroshima.
Oh my god. See,
And
but
now
then
you demonetized.
See, but well, I was never intending to be, so you're lucky on that front. But here's the thing, right? Here's the thing. If that was the case, Canadian, if that was the case, then I would expect to not have all my floodlights on in my aircraft and all the back panel lights on if it was that. Because let me just tell you, I might need sunglasses if it was a B-29. So, not even sunglasses, even better than that. So, yeah. It's weird being on YouTube.
Also,
I had to mess around with the settings because it was... At first, it hated me for my bitrate. Then I increased the bitrate and found no performance difference on my PC and went, oh, okay, let's set this to max. And it was fine.
Ah,
I restarted the stream and now
nice.
it's working. So thank Jesus, because
Oh,
I hate
yeah, another thing.
I hate twiddling
I'm
my
gonna
thumbs
start
looking at a
working
screen.
I'm gonna start doing more Helldivers to try and
Oh, we need to do more of that. I haven't touched that in forever. I'm probably so bad that I just get wiped on one.
well,
on
I
difficulty
want
one.
to get back into it so that I can get this silenced marksman's rifle or suppressed, sorry.
Yep.
Once I get that, I'm pretty well done for a while again.
Yeah, I
But my
heard
current
did
build-
the devs just say something like they're making the game like ridiculously harder, something like that? I thought they were putting out an update and they're like, all these players that were having a breeze at it are now going to hate us. Something like that.
They were talking about that, but they actually showed a reference of who was asking it and why they were asking it. And then proceedingly said, well, you've asked for it, so we will oblige.
You wanted pain and suffering, so here you go.
Yeah.
As if I wanted that.
They haven't... I don't think they've announced anything to do with actually implementing it. I think they were just saying you asked for it, so we will oblige. I think that's it.
3-6 right is what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna load this in here, everybody in chat, just because I want to. Yes, I will be doing that via, and then I'm gonna be doing the what now? The weed transition. Literally, I'm not
Anyway,
even kidding. What's my
yeah,
ETA show? 624.
What is
Oh,
the
God.
current super order?
That's a good question.
I'm taking a look. Oh, we created another black hole.
Oh, great, wonderful, nice.
I don't.
Really doing
All
us
I
proud.
know is we apparently created another black hole because there was a weapons test with the super. What's it called? DSS, Democracy Space Station.
Oh, okay.
They said the planet's name, and I can't remember what it is.
Gotcha.
That's Meridia.
Oh,
Oh yeah, Meridia is safe to travel to again.
well, that's good.
Mic off.
So we can go watch the black holiness again. Now, if memory serves... Oh, there it is. Penta. Yeah, it's a different type of black hole. So, one is a purple black hole, Meridia. Penta is one of those, you know, the black hole at the center of our current galaxy? It's a small one of those. If you call being the size of a entire sun small. It's a big, bright black hole. And you can watch as stars visibly distort around its horizon. Anyway, actually, here I can actually stream it for you so you can see it. Oh my god, that covers it somewhat. Red, you there still? Oh, you didn't.
Mic on.
Sorry, I was
Oh.
stepped away for just a moment.
This is the black hole.
Oh,
ready?
wow. Yeah, I wouldn't put. I was gonna put it on stream, and I was like, I don't know if I should do that.
You can, I don't care. I will say,
Mic off.
one of my friends has gotten in trouble for streaming my games before. Because apparently it's copyright. Anyway, you want to see it?
Mic on.
Just stand by one. Just stand by one.
Okay,
Mic off.
I'm standing. Excuse me. Ow. Why, hello there.
Mic on.
Alrighty, I'm back. Sorry.
The
about that.
Gooner is in the house.
Hello, Red Fox Stream.
Yes.
Hey,
Oh God. Well, we're going in a thunderstorm, I think, at altitude, because I just saw a flash of lightning. I'm pretty sure. That was fun.
did you just do more research into what was happening with the A321? Was there another report? Or...
So, I didn't really look up what it was, but I know there's 3 now. There's 3 instances of firm landing. Which I would try. I'll grab the Tolis 320, well, the 321 XLR, and I could just do a lap in the pattern and try and slam it. Well, not try and slam it, but try and set up the same scenario and see if it happens. But I just don't think it's I'm not sure what it is. It's we'll have to see. I think right now my gut says coincidence, but the fact that there's 3 of them now, and they're all on new. Well, I don't know if they're all on new,
A321.
but they're on relatively new A321, specifically the XLR, because it's twice on the XLR. So I'm wondering if there's something with the XLR that's funky.
The
I'm
one in
imagining
Orlando was
because
just a
it's
Neo, it
long.
wasn't an XLR.
No, that was a Neo, but the two other ones were XLRs. So I'm wondering if it's just the length or something. I don't know. I have no idea. It just sounds funky to me. Because for those of you,
Gunnar.
for those of you who watch this stream later at some point,
Oh,
Airbus at 50 feet has a program that trims the nose down a little bit, and it's not like MCAS. It doesn't like. It's not designed for stall or anything. What it's just, I think the idea is to, like incentivize the pilot to pull back so that they don't hit the, so that they actually flare. It doesn't like do anything aggressive. It's not supposed to like push you into the ground. It's not anything like that. But I will tell you, if you do not flare, in-op, well, maybe not in-op, but you're gonna be pretty upset. The passengers are not gonna be happy, and your company is going to be furious.
Yeah, you're gonna cake the land.
Yeah, you might even nose wheel, depending on how it is. But yeah, this lightning's pretty nasty over the Gulf right now.
That
This
was
little
really
cell.
funny. I showed that. I showed the Aer Lingus to one of my friends, and they said like, "Yeah, what's wrong with that? It wasn't that bad." And I was just like, "Are you what?
Wow.
Brain? Hello?"
I will say, it doesn't look that
You
bad
can take
until.
a wild guess who that friend is, Redfall. I'm not gonna say names on stream, but you can take a wild guess who it is.
Yeah, I'm assuming it starts with the W.
It does.
Okay, I figured. Well, I mean,
And then
maybe his
I
landings look
literally-
like that, but
And the other person who was in the apartment at the time, when we were talking about that incident,
Yep.
said like, "Oh yeah, what's wrong with that? I don't see nothing wrong with that." And I said, "Are you like joking or being serious?"
Oh
And
God.
he said, "Nah, I'm just joking around." And then I said it as a joke. I said like, "Okay, you I expect. You I'm disappointed."
Yeah.
And he got really upset. He was like, "What's that supposed to mean? Are you calling me dumb?"
Yes.
Bro.
Yes.
Hey, Goon.
I was just
If
joking,
I
but I
see-
Would you
felt
like
kinda
to
bad.
see a black hole?
This kid looked like he was about to cry.
I swear if I hear, like, listen, there's a difference between knowing stuff and, like, I mean, if you see, I think anybody that sees an A320 or an A321 or whatever land hard, it doesn't really matter. Like, you might think, oh, that doesn't look that bad. Be a passenger on that airplane and tell me what you think after that. Like, I don't think you really grasp the feeling of it until you've like been in it. Also, he might just be pulling your chain too. I mean, you never know if he's just trying to be funny, you know?
I asked him if he was being serious, and then he did that thing he does when he gets nervous and upset, where his voice just starts squeaking all over the place, and he looks around frantically like he's a moving CCTV camera. So he was being dead serious.
Moving.
He had no clue what was wrong. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I
when
do.
His face he starts going back and forth, like scanning the room for answers or something.
Yeah, I don't know.
I do that. But not because I
do
get
that.
nervous. I just do it as a normal thing.
I also do. I find interest in the designs of some corners of the wall.
The floors are sometimes really nice.
They are.
Oh God.
Intricate patterns of the floors.
So I usually do it when I shut off my brain, so I'm not actually looking at anything specifically. I'm just scanning for the sake of scanning.
Yeah.
Oh no, my really bad habit is I will just stare at random things for way too long.
I
Oh,
do
so you're
that
German.
sometimes.
Got it.
Are you okay?
Scanning and
Like, I'm just zoned the
scanning
hell
and
out.
looking
Like,
around
You're just German.
is something
That's
I
it.
more often do.
Because I, as a German, I can tell you that is a thing.
Yeah, I'll just like I will.
The
stare
staring-
at, like, a
the
bulletin
staring is
board
a
on the
thing.
wall or
Well, you're
something.
Polish, so I guess that counts for something.
Yeah.
You're close enough.
What?
You're close enough in proximity.
Oh.
So you might have adopted some of our traits, you know?
Yeah,
my
but
my mind went
my
immediately to
mother is
World War
from
II.
Well,
Eastern
you know what?
Poland, so she's from Eastern Poland, so it's closer to Russia, so it should be more Russian.
Ah, so you throw a
Yeah,
bottle of
but
vodka to bear and then
was
run.
taken over by
Yes.
Russia really early on.
Well, actually, you don't run. You then wrestle with the bear until you win. And then you get crowned the vodka king
Maybe.
of the bears or something.
And
I
then
don't know.
you win more vodka, which you can drink.
Yes.
Nate, you want to see a black hole?
What's that supposed to mean?
Helldivers black hole.
Oh, I see it.
I was going to show it to you.
I'm looking at your stream. How did your friend get
Nate?
copyrighted through your stream? Was it like audio maybe or something? Were you playing music?
No. No, I was just showing him me playing a game. That was it.
And he got copyrighted for that?
Yeah, but he was in a little bit of a kerfluffle with another friend because both of them were streamers and they're flagging each other.
How? But
It was getting annoying.
interesting.
The
Yeah, I'm
real-
looking at your stream by the way.
The really nice
What
thing
about
about
Nate?
listening to
Nate,
ultra
you wanna
niche,
see the
barely
reveal?
popular '90s music is that you can't
Or
get
you're
copyrighted.
talking to-
shit.
That is not Nate. That is Chris.
No? Chris?
Yeah.
I thought I heard
Show.
Nate.
Show.
Anyway.
Yeah.
All I remember is Goon.
Oh my
What's
goodness.
Goonville?
That might be a
It
quote.
says Goonville.
All I remember
Goon.
is Goon.
I think that should be a quote.
Oh my god.
Anyway, you good?
Yeah.
Did you want to see?
Yes. I
Goonville?
see the event
Does
horizon.
YouTube,
behind
I don't know, does YouTube streaming have clipping enabled in the same way the other
It does,
platforms
yeah.
do?
I think there's a way
Alright.
to do it. I just don't have it enabled because, yeah.
Chat, be awesome and clip anything.
There's
funny
no
that
one
we
in
say
here.
or do, please.
There's no one in here.
You
Well,
gotta build
anyway.
up the audience.
I do. Oh my god, that looks cool though.
We shall
Look
get
at
there.
the
though, do not
stars.
worry, we shall get there.
Look at the stars. They spiral around it and even slowly get sucked in, at least visually.
Yeah, that
it's
is
a
kinda
spatial
cool.
distortion.
Oh yeah, I do really notice that. Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, do you know what I need to do? I need to.
The
oh,
DSS
shoot.
shot
Is it
that.
happening again? Let's double check.
But our
quick
space
way to test
station
it.
in the game now has the
No, it's
ability
not.
to use black hole guns.
Why is it
So-
telling me that when it's not? It's totally fine. What is
Red,
it?
I think
Need
you
to
So,
change
yeah.
the resolution.
I think
Oh,
you put on
okay.
the Discord VC the status that you're streaming, just so we don't have people come in here and say crazy things.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Because I think if American 77W comes in here, he likes to be unhinged a lot of times.
Well, that's why I have a live stream chat down at the bottom. Oh, I deleted it. I need to make a new live stream chat. Good lord.
No, I'm saying set the status of the VC to streaming so that they can see and not say anything crazy.
There's
Yeah.
50,000 people.
Also,
on right
I
now?
should be streaming at. I think my output is 1440.
Otherwise, we will have to audit the stream.
Why does it say for this format, current resolution is 38, 4160, expected resolution is 1920, 1080? Well, do you know what? You're getting a nice resolution, so don't complain, YouTube. I'm streaming at a very high rate, and I have everything set up. For all of you who are potentially watching this, or will be watching this in the future, yeah. This is a trial run, so please do bear with me. It's all going to be a cluster, as my streams and content usually is.
I want
So-
a black hole gun.
And that's a great example. Just random stuff happening all the time.
Hibbity harb jarble.
Whatever. Yes, the Mateo language, which all of you will understand
Have
on
not met
Friday.
Mateo yet.
You will all
Yeah.
understand on Friday when I start streaming with
Hell
Mateo
yeah.
on Friday. Friday when I start streaming. Okay, that's actually pretty
Anyway,
up to date.
Um,
Streaming. Okay.
yeah.
I mean, you also have to teach the
Okay.
chat eventually the lore.
Yeah.
I mean, you also have to teach the
Okay.
friend group and all of our like miniature side language, like audit. What audit means?
Yeah, well, they'll get there. And also, thank God they
exist.
don't know that yet.
That's what happened. I exist.
You exist. I'm
I
glad.
existed, and that's what happened.
I'm
that's how I
glad
became
for you,
a friend.
Canadian. I'm very glad for you.
Yeah,
I
we have
became
what
a
is it?
friend through existence.
Can we say names or no? First names? Like, do I have to seriously refer to this person as Aloft?
No. I mean, literally, I don't think anybody cares unless they do care. It's up to the person that is joining the call, and
I
will.
can like turn that on my brain inside the yes.
All right. That is, ladies and gentlemen, that
was,
is the soundboard
Captain
that we
Fire.
have in my Discord server, and that is Mateo's voice, which you
Oh,
will
okay,
find out on Friday why. That's one of many examples of how I literally lose my brain cells. So, yeah,
Should I
that's
leave
wonderful.
your chat with a
Like, do I need to
large
call
amount
you
of
Fred
chirps?
Fox? Can
No.
I call you by name?
Thank you. I'm good. I appreciate the effort
How about
and
lizards?
the thought. Lizard.
Yeah,
Effort,
a
not
big,
fun.
large amount of lizards.
That sounds.
Lizard.
Auto clicker.
No. We're good. Thank you.
And the final option is auto clicker of Chernobyl.
No, that we do not do. No way.
I'm joking.
I know you're joking. I'm just saying, like, no.
We still have
Red
the
Fox.
Russian in here.
Yes, what's up? You
Do-
can
do I
say
need
my
to-
name. I don't care.
Okay.
We do.
My
I'm like,
Instagram's
bro.
hooked up to it.
Oh, okay. We're roommates. And for me to not call you by name feels weird.
Yeah, I agree. I don't care if my name's out there, honestly. Like, it doesn't matter to me. I already
Alright,
have it on
well, his-
Instagram.
Chat, his name's Jake. I'm Chris.
Wow, what the no, I'm kidding. It's totally fine.
And mine is Burper.
Yeah, that works.
Booper?
We refer to this man as Canadian for everybody in chat.
Yeah. There's no way your name's actually Booper.
Imagine his actual name.
I mean, it'd just be funnier to call you Booger instead, but...
No, but I have
Booger
a
the
funny
Booper?
way of mentioning my real name. Which I won't mention here.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Because
You don't need to.
I don't like my name on media.
That's
that
fine.
makes sense.
You can use all my gamer tags. I don't
mean-
mind that.
Yeah, that makes sense. Meanwhile, me over here. Hi!
I'm probably
I'm
gonna
Jake.
continue to refer to you as just Canadian. It's fine.
Or no. No works too.
Yeah, that as well.
No, it's not yeah, it's no.
Yeah, no,
Say
yeah,
it
yeah,
right.
no, yeah, so no, yeah, no, yeah, no.
All right. You can
no,
keep
I'm
that.
I'm gonna call you.
Whatever that
Canadian.
was, you can keep that.
Hey, that's actually a Canadian thing we say.
What?
No,
No,
yeah,
yeah,
no,
no,
yeah,
yeah,
no, no, yeah, no.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, don't-
Indecisive then says sorry because that's too appalling for people to listen to.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, no. Don't ya know?
Usually,
What
Sorry.
even is that?
usually
Sorry,
when someone in Canada says that, usually it's the first yeah or no that they're saying that means it, but it is it's hard to explain. Other than that,
Here comes the sorry.
speaking,
Here comes the sorry.
generally speaking,
Here's the really funny
well,
thing.
sorry about that, man.
The really funny thing is, in Polish, no yes means absolutely.
Yeah,
No, yes means absolutely. Well, that comes correctly from. Wow, that
oh,
was
yeah.
very German
yeah,
word
yeah,
order.
I know.
Yeah, so, like, no yes is literally no tak. It's like, absolutely. It's like,
Sorry,
so you
my
would say, like,
mistake.
you would ask your friends or family, be like, chłopaki, chcecie iść do oranżeria na kolację dzisiaj? So, like, you want to go to oranżeria restaurant for dinner
Yeah.
tonight, and someone would say, no tak means no yes, but
So-
that's the direct translation, but
Well, we
actually
do
it
the
means-
thing in German.
like,
We say
absolutely,
oder
oh, yeah.
after everything because
So,
for some reason
yeah,
we
no,
have to
the-
say, "Let's go to supermarket," or. But we actually mean
I
we're
got a
going.
correction. I was thinking American still. Yeah, no, it's
Yeah,
it's
no.
the second one. You base it off the second one. So, if I say yeah, no, it's no. If it's no, yeah, it's yeah.
I think the U.S. is the same, or at least that's how I do it.
No.
Then again, I do the stupid thing of
You're
German.
part German, though,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
you might have a mixture there.
Well, what I end up doing is saying "or" at the end of everything, when I'm asking, or when I'm saying like direct things, like I'm going to the store, or it's like, what? But that's
Why
how
does
you
my
say
phone
it.
keep
Like you're
crashing?
asking,
That's
you're
not-
asking. Well, you're not really asking, I guess. It's more, yeah. It's
Yeah,
it
no,
can be
the,
kind of a form of like. It's almost like how I don't know if
I'm
Americans
realizing
have
how much I'm
different
saying that.
concepts.
Jesus.
No, yeah, no, yeah.
Yeah, no, the
Sorry, I'm being annoying.
it's the second one. It's the second one that simplifies it.
What happens when the chain becomes more than 2? Which one do I default to then? Is there a rule
Generally,
book?
you
Can I
default
go
to
and look up
2.
the Canadian rule for yes and no?
Anything more is generally just talking.
So anything more than 2 and you're having a stroke. Got it. Noted.
Yeah, no.
All right, where's the number? I need to call emergency service. No, I'm kidding. Oh, good lord.
You know the worst part? It's really hard to actually explain it fully because it's instinctive.
Yeah. Good lord.
It's
this
kind of like how Canadians just
even
know
though there's
how to understand when someone uses a at just
Yeah.
the right moment.
There's nothing really to watch for you guys because it's dark outside. Jesus, if I could pick a camera view. But I'm just
There's
gonna leave it.
nothing really to watch for you guys. Yeah, English.
Was
right
that? I thought that was English. We'll stay on this side.
More like there's
It was-
nothing you guys can watch. Not there's nothing.
It
for
was
you guys to
English,
watch.
just not grammatical English.
Well, I might have been doing a past tense thingy.
Well, either way,
Every once in a while, I flip my word order, and this is something the stream will have to get used to. But every once in a
know
while,
what
I
I
flip
just
my word
realized?
order because of speaking. Yes,
sorry.
language.
The Max upgraded engineering bay has active mines.
Wait, where was top of
sitting
descent
on a
before I
bench.
just sit here? Right before weed, got it. Because we all love. No, we don't. Don't say that on stream. I don't do that though.
That clipped and shipped to the FAO. I'm kidding.
Yeah, right. Oh my god.
I just realized something. There's
Bye-bye,
an
first
active
class.
thermite.
Yep. Bye bye career.
Well, maybe
Why
not
is that
career, but
thermite
first class.
active?
Well, you can always get a job
That's
with
active
the
state.
music that goes dun 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 dun. If you know what I'm
Oh my.
referencing.
What the hell was that?
I don't know why, but my mind immediately went to the Christmas Indian song.
What?
I don't know why.
Not where my mind was. So.
Well,
Yeah, but as soon as
congratulations.
you started doing a jingle, my mind immediately went to the Indian jingle bells.
Oh.
I don't. I don't.
Just hear the slavers ring.
Oh my god, on my stream. Good lord.
That's the one.
Yes, here at this channel, Red Fox 22, we are highly professional, and then
Nope.
we have Chris
Hey,
and Canadian.
don't like leaving me left out.
All right, enough. Good lord.
I like flamethrowers.
And I get clipped in the future.
What a random thing to say after that whole sequence. I know you're Canadian and World War I was a thing, but like, calm down with your Flammenwerfen.
Flammenwerfen, is that how you say flamethrower in
Flamme-
Flammenwerfen.
Yeah.
Flammenwerfen, yeah.
Flammenwerfen.
Flammenwerfer. And of course,
Hans, get the Flammenwerfer. Sorry, I couldn't get the
Joe, me
Flammenwerfer. I
gusta
brought the
Flammenwerfer.
Panzer Division. Now that's definitely not in the right order, nor is it the right thing, because they asked for the Panzerschreck.
Yes.
Panzer's not a threat if you just melt it.
That's what the Flammenwerfer's for.
That's what the Canadian Flammenwerfer
Yeah,
is for.
exactly. Oh my.
The American and German and British ones were intended just to cook the people inside.
The Canadians were yes, they were
The Canadians turned it into
The
putty.
Canadians were melted. Yes. The Canadians were melting everything. That's the answer. Would
Yeah.
how viscous would you like it? Yes.
Yeah, but that fuel source was so expensive to produce. It was like a.
I wonder why.
I think it was a. If memory serves, it was like a $119 difference per liter or something like that.
Jeez.
Speaking of viscosity, have you ever heard the liquid glass theory?
No.
Liquid glass theory. Like what
There's
I
a
put on my
theory out there
iPhone.
that glass is a liquid that can never become fully solid unless it's absolute zero. Glass is the world's thickest liquid.
Are
'Cause
you
if look at, like,
high?
some 100-year-old churches, the glass inside of those is actually drooping at the bottom.
That's because it's incredibly hot in those areas.
I would imagine
And it
it's
just
probably just
slowly
from over
deforms.
time, yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of like how in the Sahara Desert the glass will droop, then solidify,
Yeah.
and then continue to repeat that over and over again.
Even though it's only maybe like 150 degrees?
Well, some things like
Some glass
mercury
is
are
thousands
some
of
things
degrees,
like
so-
mercury are liquid at certain room temperatures and stuff. So it's not
Yeah.
unheard of that there's elements that, if you think about it, it's not unheard of.
Is this 150 in American or Celsius?
American.
Oh,
If memory serves, it gets hell of a lot hotter than that.
Oh, okay. Close to the melting point of glass?
Let me think.
for what, the Sahara Desert?
The hottest. 147.2 is I think the hottest. it's
Celsius,
gotten.
right?
Fahrenheit.
Oh, Fahrenheit. I was like Celsius. I was
However-
like, whoa.
However, the material itself, I think it's around 200 Celsius. So that's almost 400 Fahrenheit.
Yeah.
Mhm. But even then, if you think about it, right? You don't have to heat things up to
Melt it. Or to
sorry. You don't need it to
deform
become a
That's
liquid.
what it is.
It doesn't have to become a liquid form in order to deform. So if you think
Yeah.
about it with glass,
Steel deforms
yeah, steel deforms with
at,
heat.
was it 500 Fahrenheit, I believe it was?
The use metric.
It starts
my
to
brain
deform.
doesn't.
800.
800,
I think that's around the 10th that the
250 or 300, something like that,
Oh, okay.
Celsius.
in the world
So
Cup
just
that they reached about
really
80
fucking hot.
degrees before I think
Yeah.
they failed.
But
What
that
do you
and
think?
that's steel. Everyone says it doesn't. It won't melt.
They say that until you get a massive
Still
fire or
deforms.
something.
Yeah, still deforms though.
Yeah.
Steel actually can catch on fire.
Yeah.
Yes.
How many did I have? Zwei or Kai? I had Kai. Okay.
But
Wow.
anyway,
Most most compounds in this world can catch on fire if you give it enough oxygen and heat.
yes. By the way, did you know gun barrels can deform at a grand total of 300 degrees Celsius?
Oh wow.
The Germans found this out because of the MG42.
What
Oh.
keeps them in good shape then if
They
bullets are
switch out the
hot?
barrels.
Oh.
Literally, they have a mechanic because
And then
What
they
they
took
do
that same methodology and they applied it to their cars. VW, we love you.
But the MG42 has a lever to open up the barrel chamber,
Specifically
so that you
BMW.
can pull out the
Is more
the
heat.
barrel and let it cool off on the ground, and then they just put in a new barrel. They have like 4 per soldier, and a gun team is 2, so they would have 8 barrels.
Interesting.
And that's if it's an assault team. That's not if it's an actual defense team. If memory serves, they found a quiver of 40 barrels.
Good lord. Germans.
way,
Yes, let's
all
engineer
the
something that
barrels-
is absolutely perfect. Oh, by the way, we have to make it replaceable because it is too good to be true.
Yeah, but the barrels
That's at least their
actually
logic.
have a little
Over-engineer the
tiny-
crap out of it.
The barrels have a little tiny notch on them that
Mhm.
was developed to pull out other barrels because it was too hot to use gloved hands on.
Jeez. Yeah.
You would run out of gloves before you would run out of usable barrels.
Good lord.
But German tanks had the same thing. However, they only would carry 4 barrels,
Hmm.
which was a problem, especially because they didn't have as many cooling areas for the barrels.
I need to put some sort of banner up there. I know there's a way for me to get a stream element for Flight Sim. I know there is a way. I just have to go in and find it. Like Volanta, or I think
Oh.
it's either Volanta or something has like a banner.
By
I can
the
put up
way,
for that.
The method for
Gotta do
replacing the
that.
barrels was purposefully built for tank use.
Mm.
I was about to say tank combat, but no, tank use. Because it was impossible to open the machine gun completely
Yep.
to take out the barrel.
Ah.
So they had to make it so you didn't have to move the actual gun shroud to pull out the barrel.
Mm-hmm. What the hell? Oh, this is. I was like, what the hell is that? All right. I was just
And that
walking
is
in
one-
my room and I just see.
That is
Some
one
stuff on
reason
the
why the Americans' machine guns, they don't
Uh-huh.
put fast-firing machine guns inside of tanks as coaxials and whatnot.
Yeah.
They use like 50 cals and whatnot because 1, it's more accurate, and 2, it is slower rate of fire, meaning they don't have to exchange the barrels.
Gotcha.
Also better on supply lines.
True. Anyhow, we are
No.
about. Yes. We are about. Let's see. 209 nautical miles to top of descent. Looks like top of descent will be in just about 30 minutes. So that's going to be coming up here in a little bit. Let's just check the winds again because it's probably going to update. Probably at top of descent, it's going to update again. Right now, still VFR 33 minutes ago, but again, we have about 30 minutes till we get to our top of descent. So by the time we get there, should have a new METAR into Austin. And I think I'm still going to plan for the southern runway, and we'll just basically, the approach plate is going to take us from, where is the approach? It's the Woolly 7. So then it takes you from the transition at Weed to Doe to Welland to Woolly, then to Bitter, then to Music, then to Tone, Botas, and then
It's
Evie, and then
Scales.
what is that? Scuderia, Ferrari. Ooh, I mean, No.
It's the musical scales.
Yes.
Got
Then go to there, and then we're gonna go straight. And basically from that final waypoint, it's gonna take us. I really need to get what's it called? Avitab integrated, because I don't have the plugin, as you can see right here, and I need to do that. But from that point, we then turn south, and we basically fly a 175 heading, departing. Well, let's see. Does it tell me? It should tell me over here. It says expect radar vectors, but I want the actual thing. Track 175, yeah. So track 175, and then we're going to just basically follow it south, and then the ILS picks up, and we'll have Ballard. Actually, do you know what I can do? Is I can actually brief it up here. So you'll see this now as I step through. So we go through our waypoints here, and then once we get to the downwind, it'll be right here. Fly the downwind, and then we'll just basically extend. Now that manual point we'll get rid of, but basically if you look here on the 20-mile scope, I'm going to fly downwind until I'm about equal with Ballard, and then after I'm equal with Bald, I'm going to insert and fly a nice 180-degree turn, and then the decel point, and then you can see from there on in we'll manage the speed, and we'll come in hopefully for a nice landing for my first time on YouTube streaming for a long time. And if not, it'll be my first slammer on stream. So there you go. We shall see which one it is in about, what, an hour? Yeah. So yeah, that's fun. I wonder what Mateo and I are planning for Friday, because I think we were planning on Peak. I think we were going to do either Peak or... What's the other one we were going to do? I think Risk of Rain not modded was an option. And then another game we were thinking of was playing Vampire Survivors, because we have that. And that recently came out with multiplayer last, like the end.
Did you guys break each other's games enough already on that?
No, Mateo doesn't want to brick his stream. I could do it because I can run like a ridiculous bitrate and high quality and output all of that, and YouTube will love me. For some reason, yeah, it will love me, but it's not gonna love me when I do the rest of it.
What have they done to my cape? I have a rip that goes 3/4 of the way up. It looks nice.
Just now realizing, Chris, are you watching my stream?
No.
If you don't mind, can you go in there and tell me if the aspect ratio looks weird? Because if it does, I'm gonna readjust it.
Yeah, I'm popping on now. Give me a moment.
Oh, they came out with a new cape, by the way.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, called the Reckoning's Cheer.
Oh, it's an interesting
It's
name.
a nice red one, actually.
Just tell me if it doesn't fit the whole screen, if it looks like it's off-centered or looks weird.
We're checking.
Okay.
They better not copyright me for saying that.
How would they copyright you for saying?
We are checking. I don't know, because I'm not part of Ferrari's little circle.
Oh.
Well, anyway, so that I can communicate in my game, I'm gonna hop off. Have a good one.
Alright, I'll see you,
Have a good
Canadian. Have a
night.
good night.
See ya. Have a good one.
The aspect ratio is good. Even better, the latency is a lot lower. There's a lot less delay. I've heard whatever.
I turned it down. I turned it down on purpose.
3 or 4 seconds after we say it, as compared to 30 seconds.
So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to see, whoa. I'm trying to see if it fits, what's it called? I'm trying to see how good I can really get my stream to be without like, basically what I'm trying to do is what you do with mixture in an airplane, and I'm trying to
Yeah.
pull the mixture out
How
until it
is
starts
that,
dropping,
bro?
and then put it right back in, just a touch. So basically I'm just going to do as maximum as I can until the point where I see the stream is reducing the quality of everything else. And once I hit that point, I'm going to go a little bit before that so that I have a little bit of buffer. But I still give a very nice quality to people.
Okay.
So as long as I can do that, I'm happy. I don't really care about the whole making money off of this. It's more for fun and just to hang out and do something
Oh,
fun.
yeah.
Also, we're clear of that weather, it looks like. So now we're just going to be waiting on our top of descent here into Austin. It's pretty dark out. Obviously, it looks like there might be... Actually, we're kind of still over the... No, we're not really over the Gulf. I wonder if we can... Can we see down at all? Let's just jump over to the FO's seat and just see if we can see down. I don't think we can actually see down. I think the cloud layer that's in the METAR is really thick. Yeah, because you can't see anything out there. It's very dark. So, yeah. I need to save a camera view for the first officer seat. That's something I've been meaning to do, and I keep forgetting to do it. But I'll do that at a later date. Huh?
You need a dog or cat for that one.
Yeah.
You know, like, what is it? What's the guy's name on YouTube? Captain Canada always has his dog
Oh,
stationed just like a camera.
yeah, I need like a little side camera. Well, I don't have a... We have a cat, but we don't... It's not with me, so... Not with me right now. Not dead for... Not with me sounded really dark, sorry. Not with me in person, I mean. Because, my fiance and I do not live together at the moment because we're going to two separate colleges, but we live in the same state and we're pretty close to each other, so. And her parents live right by me, so. I get to see our cat, our son, all the time. Mr. Opal. Because he's at grandma's right now. He is at grandma's.
I don't even remember where I got this train of thought. I was just thinking of from. Literally don't remember.
Does this have a cell count? It does. Interesting. How loud is this if I do this? Not that bad.
I think
I always love that in X-Plane. The audio.
Wait a second.
Are we
I'm
starting
done.
our left-hand turn? We are. I
I'm not on the
noticed.
stream. I'm not on the stream now. Let me hop on the stream and then do whatever you wanted to do.
Yeah.
Does it make a noise? Is that what you were trying to do?
Oh yeah, if you're exterior and you drag the mouse really quickly, it makes a really weird like record scratching noise.
Oh my goodness. I heard it.
Yeah, it's even better when I'm in the 339. It's even better in that one.
Yeah.
Oh, also for those on stream, I run, if you think the airplane sounds better than default, that is because it is. It's the KOSP pack. I highly recommend it. It sounds very good. Yeah, it's a very good pack.
Yep. The only pack I have, I think I have the VSS for the Flight 777 V1.
God, how do you have the V1 still? That blows my mind.
Yeah, I haven't done flight sim in a while, that's why. The
Yeah.
V1 actually, from V1, this is embarrassing, it was the first payware airplane I ever got.
What was the first payware airplane I ever got? I think it might have been Tolis, honestly. Because I love Airbus, so. I mean, what the hell? I fly Condor and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Especially Condor. I mean, what the hell, why not? I need to figure out a way to get the mic off, mic on thing to stop. Because I want to be able to just mute my headset without having to have that play on stream. I mean, I could always have like a gazillion audio inputs that I can mute and unmute, but I don't feel like doing that. Right, at least in this stage. Yeah, I was just talking about, Chris, you should look up, and all you in stream, you should look up WinWing. Well, it's not WinWing in the US, it's something else. Wind control, when is it? What is it? I forget what it is. I have to look it up. But anyhow, you can't access WinWing in the US because they had some sort of copyright thing or whatever, or trademark thing with their name, and the US it changed, so they had to change all their stuff, and they're translating everything over to, or like transferring everything over to the US store. And yeah, so I recommend their products this year. They're coming out with some really good stuff. They're coming out with force feedback Airbus rudders. I'm not sponsored in any way though. I just really love their product though. Like actually. They have really nice McDoos. They have, if you love Airbus, they have the FMCs for Airbus. They have the auto, this whole upper panel here, they have that, except minus the chronos, so just up to the altimeters. They have that entire panel. That comes with customizations where you can either have both left and right side, or you could do like this panel here could be one, and then you could remove that panel on the right. You could also do, I believe you can put the comm panel up here, which is obviously unrealistic, but if you want to have a compact thing for your desktop and you want to have the radios, it's cool, you can do that. They have a module coming out that's going to have the full gear just like this, the landing gear, indication, brake fan, auto brake, all the way down to the gear. Sadly, no hydraulic indication, but that's okay. They're going to have the comm menu, the radios, they're going to have the, not the weather, they're going to have the transponder alone, and then they'll have, I think the other thing is they have the throttle panel, which has, you can either do the throttle and the engine start switches, and then there's also a pack that you can add the speed brakes, rudder trim, and flaps in there, as well as the parking brake. And this whole thing, it's not like this long, it's compressed obviously so that it actually fits on your desk, and there's various mounts and accessories that you can get to do it to your desk. I'm actually considering upgrading my setup to have those things, because with how much I fly TOLUS, I really would like to have this on my desk so I don't have to scroll through. And when the radios come out, that's the big one for me, because I hate scrolling through this darn thing with the mouse, especially when it's a big frequency change, because it's like, look at how long that takes. Like, I'm not a big fan of that, and I'm scrolling as much as I can on my mouse. I'm just not a big fan of trying to scroll through the frequencies and you're just trying to fiddle around with it. It's nice if it's actually physical for that. Same with the audio panel, but that's not as important as the actual comm panel itself. Sheesh. But yeah, oh my goodness, we're doing 0.8. What's our cost index? 62, well that explains a lot. 52 knot headwind up here. Because actually on the progs we passed a cold front, so. Or actually, is it cold front or trough now? Let's see. Take a look here. And I'm doing this on my iPad for reference. It is on. Yeah, we passed the trough that's there. We'll be flying into a low, actually. There's a low, actually it's sitting right over Austin. And there's a stationary front right over Austin, but to the south is a cold front, so it's going to be some sketchy weather. I'd expect some bumps into Austin here. I have a couple other arriving aircraft with us. San Antonio has grounded tower on, which is interesting because nobody else, actually Indy Center's on, and then they have the Caribbean is on, whatever, Miami Ocean or Miami Center, but it's the one that covers like Nassau all the way down just above Haiti and why am I blanking? Dominican Republic, there we go. But yeah, if any of y'all end up watching this video back, please do put in the comments what airlines or flights you want me to fly. I tend to do more TOLUS stuff. I have all the TOLUS aircraft, and I have all the level ups. That's kind of my fleet right now, just because I've not been messing with Misfits too much. I am going to get into it at some point. I have the PMDGs triple, the 7.3, I have the iFly Max. So we have options there. I also do GA on Misfits because I don't like GA on X-Plane, because the point of GA is to look around and look at cool stuff and go into small airports and stuff like that, and I find Misfits just has a little more of that quality visual, especially if you're just going to be down low all the time. So, but yeah, let me know in the comments and tell me what you guys are looking for, and I'll be happy to try and accommodate. I try to fly point to point on Volanta, so I'll take my airplanes and actually kind of dispatch them, move them around somewhat accordingly. But I make exceptions if it's something that looks pretty good, so feel free to message me and let me know. To get find some like no copyright music or something that I can just throw on in the background too. I got to do that at some point, especially for these flights, because I don't want it to just be 3 hours of, or whatever the hell, especially if it's a long haul. Jeez, I don't want it to just be continuous audio of nothing. Alright, we'll scope that in. Top of descent under 80 miles now, so that's good. What I am wondering is if the wind's going to change because of that cold front or that low that's like sitting right over the airport. I'm wondering if the wind's going to be whipping around a lot. Which it doesn't look to be in the sim, but that doesn't mean that a METAR update will, you know, we could have a potential METAR update and have some craziness happen to us, because that's happened to me many times. I don't know about you guys, but the compass is always something fun in the TOLUS to fidget with. I don't know why. It just has a satisfying noise in KOSP. You can even just throw the standby compass light on. There you go. But yeah, I love the TOLUS. Tray table works. It's pretty cool. One thing that I wish you could do with TOLUS is pull this tray table out. And I don't know, I've never really tried it with the tray table out. I've always tried it with it. I've never really had the tray table out, to be honest, because obviously I don't actually have it in front of me, so it's not actually useful. It's cool to have that feature, but you know, it's not even useful. What I wish is you could have the comm panel over here for your ACARS messages, right? And you could have these literally when you hit print, you print this out over here, and then you could grab that piece of paper and put it right on the tray in front of you. Which actually, I'm going to try it right now and see if it works. So let's go into ATC Comm. Actually, I need to go into AOC first. So AOC menu, go to here, and cool thing about TOLUS is even if you're not on network, I'm pretty sure if you're not on network, you can actually request your destination METAR, which is pretty cool. So I'll show you how it works. Basically, it's in there. It pulls it right from your init page. So as long as you loaded your init page and everything's in for your flight, it will be in here. You then just click, say, I want the METAR. I click that, and over here on the printer, prints it out. The full thing, which is awesome. And you can see it printed out actually my destination and my alternate, which is really cool. And then if I click that piece of paper, normally that goes up here, and you can kind of read it from here. But what I'm wondering is, can I get rid of it? Yes. Now where'd it go? That's the real question. All right, dome light on, because I can't see it. Where'd the paper go? Because I will say in the 339, the TOLUS A330-900, when you pull the paper, it ends up on this side over here, and then if you click it, it goes to the other side, and you can't get rid of it, which is one of my gripes. So it looks like with this airplane, I can print out the METAR. So let's do it again. Print out the METAR, and then take that and throw it on there. And now it's up in front of the throttle, which I can kind of read it, obviously. You can kind of get to it. There's no information underneath the throttle, so you can kind of read it from there. But like I said, like, if there's anybody that's connected to TOLUS that ends up seeing this, like, there's a nice message, but I would love to just pull this tray table out and then grab this message in some way. If there was like a little click button on the side, like I could go on this left side, or if I want to put it on the tray table on the right side, and if I want to get rid of it, I click on the top of it or something. Just make some click zones, and I could just click it, and it would pop up on the tray table, and I could just have it right here where I could read it, so it'd be easier to read. But that's just me. So, yeah. So in Sim, it's showing. I'm actually going to fill out my destination data from it so that I can give you guys just the full experience of doing that. So we'll clear that out. Looks like altimeter is 3014. This was then temperature-wise 14. And then the winds are 22. Oh no, that's not it. 020 at 5. So 020 at 5. Put that in there. And then we'll go config 3 because Airbus standard is now switching to config 3 for kind of their default. Obviously save fuel and less noise, so that's always good. And if you think it's not that significant on one flight, imagine all the Airbuses doing that. It's actually quite impactful. I don't like that margin, to be honest. What's auto brakes medium? Medium's going to be really ridiculous. I can roll towards the end too, because the way we're coming in, the terminal will be off to the left, so I'm just going to let this roll to the end. We'll just reversers full. That'll be fine. 030 at 4, and let's go ahead. I'm going to check my iPad, so you will not see this. This will be off screen, but that's okay. Let's see. The ILS minimums. I'm going to just do a Cat 1 because it is showing IFR in Houston right now, according to the according to what we had there, broken at 900 feet. And we did say the conditions were going to get worse. Actually, do you know what I might do is I might shoot a Category 2 approach in there, and that way we're covered. And if I'm going to shoot the Category 2 approach, that's going to be a radio altimeter of 110. So we're going to put 110 in there, and that will cover me. That's all categories, right? Yes, and then our RVO is 12. Okay. Actually, that's 580 Barrow if we want that. No, RA 110's fine. That's good enough. And then the bottom of the altitude, because there is no ATC into Austin, what I am going to do personally, and this is just my thing, it's not necessarily how I would do it if this was actually I was actually attempting to try and actually do this properly. I just set the bottom of the chart because I have the altitude constraints in there. Theoretically, if you were going to descend, you would descend via SID and you would set the bottom of the SID, or sorry, the star. I personally don't really feel like doing that because if there's no one on network, I can just go in and myself. But if you want to simulate it, you would set 4,000 because that's what the bottom of the SID, or the star. God, I can't speak English. Yeah, the bottom of the star says 4,000 is the altitude there. So we would set 4,000, but in the case of our ILS, it says 1,600. So I'm going to go ahead and set that if I can actually figure out how to speak English on this. Top of descent coming up. I like to activate about 5 miles beforehand. If not, maybe a little closer. You can usually get away with it. We have a headwind today, so I could probably activate it about 2 miles out. So we'll go ahead and do that in a moment. We said auto brakes low is what we're going to arm, and I'm also just going to throw this up here. Also, this company message, if you ever fly TOLAs, I grabbed the METAR down here. That company message, all I have to do is come down here to MCDU, go into the McDo, go into the AOC, receive messages, and you see all these METARs? Just have to click through them. It's annoying, I know, but then it should clear out that company message right there. So that's all you got to do to clear out the AOC. And also, just for reference, for people who are new to using AOC, if you want to be on VATSIM and you want to get a clearance, you go to page 2 and then you pull it from over here. On the left it'll say clearance. This is my oceanic clearance, and you can actually fill that out and then send it in ahead of time to request it when you're connected to the network and you are established already with a controlling center. Do note that you still need to file it on VATSIM network, I believe. You need to go to the VATSIM Oceanic, I believe, because I tried doing that and they didn't accept it. I had to file it on the Oceanic website that they have for VATSIM, and do it from there. So just keep that in mind when you go to do your stuff for NatTrax or anywhere else that they require you to file Oceanic. Alrighty, so we're coming up on top of descent here. I'm just going to scope in on the left side. That's totally fine. And there's the 5 miles. We're just going to wait because I have a 51 knot headwind. And I'm actually going to do a little conversion trick. So metric on. So we need about 110 nautical miles because we're at 36,000 times 3, roughly whatever it is in metric. And that's the 3 times rule for your descent. I'm just going to go ahead and click manage now that we're about there. And what you will see is that we were at about 110. And if we look down here, we have about 133 remaining. So that means we have some altitude to play with, which is good. But also because of that wind, I think every 10 knots of wind is a mile off. So 5 miles off. 5 miles off of that. So basically we said 110. So 105, and we have 131, so that's about 25 nautical miles we'll be at basically field elevation. So that gives us plenty of margin. We can descend down comfortably. We'll turn the seatbelt sign on as well. But yeah, that gives us plenty of margin, makes us very comfortable. You can see we're holding the green dot very nicely. So that's great. We'll scope back out so we can see the rest of this arrival. If we start to get a little high, I might throw some speed brakes in there. We do have that headwind, but it is somewhat of a steeper approach, it appears. Or a steeper arrival, rather. Yeah. So we'll follow the chart. Our first restriction comes at Dohi, and that is above 17,000, which we're definitely going to make. It says 233 in there. Woolly, it is above 12, below 14. We're going to make that comfortably. Bitter, below 12. Next page. Bitter below 12 will be at 9. Bestio, or actually no, we go the other way. Music is above 6. Will be above 6. And then we have to be at 4,000 at tune, and we hold that basically the rest of the way until that vector that we'll do. And from bald, so that we are aware of that, bald, you're supposed to be at 4,000. So literally we just turn, capture, and it's a little bit of a step descent on the arrival, but what we'll do is we'll probably just end up capturing it a little bit early. We'll just arm the approach mode and fly it in. If we have to go mist, that mist is going to be climbing to 1,000, right turn to 3,000 on heading 030, outbound to the Charlie Whiskey Kilo VOR on the radial 88 to Hook, and then after that, DME 17. After that, then Charlie Whiskey Kilo we hold. So, not bad at all. Should be very simple, and if we have to go mist, it's a pretty simple mist approach procedure. And if we go mist, we have a decent amount of fuel actually left over. That's quite a bit. And our alternate is in Ellington, which is near Houston. So we have plenty of fuel that we need there. And actually, if I was really concerned about going and not being able to get into Austin tonight, I would go into my secondary flight plan copy, and I would go fill out the secondary flight plan with the diversion. And then if we had to do the diversion, all I have to do is go activate to the second flight plan, and then after that, go direct to one of the points, which is very simple. Saves you a lot of time if you really don't think that an approach is going to happen. And also, it actually, one of the best things is you don't waste fuel trying to program it later on. So that's always nice. If we do want to retry from Hook while holding there, I think my plan will be to just load the ILS and vector myself back to the ILS. I think that'll be the plan. And just since we already know 4,000 is the arrival, I'll put myself at 4,000 so that I'm predictable to other aircraft. Alrighty. Alright, so here we are. You can see those constraints right there. 280 at Woolly, so we do need to make sure we observe that. Right now doing 300. Okay, if we want to do that smoothly, I would say we should get a little below the profile. Probably about 600 feet below the profile, because for every 10 knots of airspeed, you usually want to be 300 below in order to be able to click managed. And basically what you would want to do is not level off, but slow your descent rate, get the speed off, and then by the time it recaptures that descent profile on the VNav, it will be at speed and captured. So that's a little trick. Alrighty, we're looking good. I don't mind if this comes down a little bit. It's easier for us to make the speed restriction if that speed comes down a little bit. And we have no traffic behind us, and there's no ATC, so we can kind of do whatever we want right now, which is awesome. But yeah, let's get the frequency for for Austin. So let's type that in. So .ctaf, KAUS. And that's 121 flat. So we'll put that in on COM 1. COM 1 I always keep as tower and ground, and sometimes approach. But then COM 2 I put approach and centers on, as well as 1228 whenever I'm on advisory. So that'll be 121 flat. Oops. 121 flat. Transition that over. We'll monitor that once we get closer, and then we'll switch over to transmitting on it once we're probably below like 10,000 feet. Technically, I don't really need radio calls because we are untowered, and it is, yeah, like I said, it's untowered, and yeah, it's also not controlled by anybody at VATSIM, so technically I don't need a radio call as long as I maintain separation with other aircraft. I use VATSIM radar to do that, as well as TCAS in the aircraft. But it's always best to make a radio call, at least at bare minimum. You make a takeoff, departing, and then once you're clear of the runway, and then same thing in arrival where you announce that you're on a downwind for the ILS, or you're on the ILS, or and then especially give some distance callouts as you're on the ILS, and then once you're on the ground and you've exited, then call out your clear the runways. And anytime you're crossing a runway, you should absolutely make a radio call, because it just helps out, just in case you miss somebody checking in, or somebody's mic wasn't working earlier and you missed something. Alright, so we said 3014 was the altimeter, so we're going to go ahead and set that. And we're just going to verify that real quick. Yep, 3014. Both sides and the standby. Excellent. Good. And as you can see, we're just going to fly this downwind leg, and then we'll just whip it around on the final. So that'll be easy enough to do. Now, Airbus tends to be my butter machine, but I am definitely starting to get tired, so this could be a true authentic Spirit landing, or this could be me getting an upgrade to a different airline, so we'll see. We'll see what happens here. I don't know which one it's going to be, but we'll find out. Let's see down here. Also, I'm just going to scope this in one more time. So we're passing through 16. I'm going to start monitoring, excuse me, I'm going to start monitoring Austin here. Because I do see on VATSIM radar there's a guy on the ground. So we'll keep an eye out for that. I don't know if he's arriving or departing. Actually, there's two aircraft on the ground. One's arrived and one is grayed out, but that usually means he's probably not filed and he's departing. So we'll see if we'll have to contend with that traffic, but I highly doubt it. Considering we're almost to the arrival, and if he's not started up yet and not filed, then yeah, there's a low likelihood of me having to deal with that guy. You know what? Considering the weather that's been in the area, this is actually a really smooth descent. This flight overall, for what the weather was, there was only that part at cruise that you guys on stream were at like 2 frames per government year, but now it seems to be rectified, so now you're actually able to see the lag and the bumps and everything that I experience, which is just wonderful. That's exactly what I was hoping for. Alright, so nothing below 12. We're doing that. There's the decel, by the way. And that's the 280 knots. I might help facilitate that just a little bit quicker with a little bit of speed brakes. Not too much. Just a little bit. Because I see that track coming in at 0.3, and I'd like to make that before. And right when we're over it, we're at 280. Perfect. Rearm that. Sweet. Yeah, we're looking good here on the profile. 12,000 and we're passing through. And we need to be below 12,000 there, and then above 6 there. So we got our hands a little bit full here with some stuff to do. 210 knots there, 230 knots here. So this decel point is going to be the 250, obviously, as we pass through 10,000. But I do want to keep an eye on that 230 restriction, considering the wind has died down. We're only at 14 knots of headwind. And considering the fact that there's a low kind of in the area over Austin, I just want to make sure that I don't get caught off guard by a tailwind at altitude here. And here comes that 250 restriction. And I'm going to let the airplane fly and see how quickly it slows down. And see if we can make it for that restriction. Yeah, actually it's decelerating pretty nicely. So we're passing 10, so the lights can come on. Not the nose light yet. Wait for 250, and then we can put the retracts out. And sorry to you guys if it's too jittery when I'm moving around like this. If so, I will try to move a little bit slower like that, for instance. But sometimes if there's a radio call or something, I might have to just quickly swing over and do something. Alright, we're passing through there. We can give them a ding in the back, just let them know. Get your phones away, Karen. You don't need to be recording the fact that they're not serving you properly. Alrighty, passing through 10, coming up on that 6,000 hard altitude down there, and then we'll have to smash into that 4,000 right on the dot, because yeah, it's gonna be quick into here, because I'm gonna try and really keep this as short as I can, turning into final. I'll make a radio call once we get downwind, because it looks like we're going to have no factor for traffic. There's one guy at the gate who I think had just arrived. Yeah. Sweet. Let me reset the winds one more time, just double check they haven't shifted. No, they have not, so we're good. And the auto brake slow is actually working out for us. That margin just increased because obviously we've burned off some fuel. Hey, and we're through the clouds a little bit here. We can see the ground. That's good. I think that might be the airport. Actually, I think it's still kind of obstructed, or the terrain is just doing terrain things. No, it looks like there's a cloud here actually. So yeah, we're not quite out of it. It did say the clouds are pretty low. And I do have my resolution on low, like my clouds and everything. So I might be just seeing stuff that I'm not supposed to see. So we'll find out. Sometimes I tend to descend and then all of a sudden I lose visibility until like short final. So just keep that in mind with X-Plane, with the settings I was talking about, that you don't want to apply the settings if you don't like to have some of that weird visual going on. But it does make the sim run buttery smooth. I mean, I'm streaming and I'm on the network and I have a bunch of applications open in the background, and I just realized my cooling fan is not even at max power at all. So the fact that this is all running is actually kind of remarkable. So that's awesome news, you know. That's really good. Oh, it's really hot though. Let me turn that cooling fan on. And for those of you who don't know, I do have a laptop, so yeah, we're running the very budget setup, but that's okay. That's a-okay. Alright, there's our decel point to 230. We made it. Yippee. Yeah, we're good to go. Alright, let's start focusing in here, because I'm going to need to do this in a moment. I'm going to take control of the aircraft, and actually, do you know what? I'm not going to vector myself in. What I'm going to do instead is I'm going to come down here. I'm going to do a little trick that I like to do, which is whatever that point is, bald. I'm going to grab that point that waypoint, and I'm going to not enter the direct, but I'm going to have it queued. The reason why, I'm going to watch this line, and when this line gets to about 180 degrees to my right, when it'll be a right-hand turn to 180 degrees, I will then activate that in the McDo, and then once we roll wings level, I will click approach mode, and that usually works out pretty nicely. But you do have to pay attention to that line because you do not want to make it sharp, obviously. If I remember right, you want to come in at a 30-degree angle to the ILS, or at least that's how ATC is told to vector you in the United States. So, yeah, keep that in mind when you're doing it. You can see that 4,000 constraint, we're going to maintain that, so obviously setting the 1600 was totally fine. Obviously, we also have that constraint at bald that's plus 4,000, so we have to be above 4,000 regardless. So we're chilling. It's all right to set that bottom altitude if you want to. It's maybe not what you would be doing, because obviously you would be getting clearance from ATC down, but I like to just set it because it reduces the workload, and why not, right? If I can, why not? Alrighty, so let's switch over to Houston as the active. And I like to monitor 1228 just in case somebody forgets that they're in the US and they have to use CTAF, so. Alrighty, in the downwind here, I'm not going to bring the flaps out till somewhat later. I tend to leave the flaps in until I'm a little bit closer. Let's scope in a little bit here. So it looks to be about, by guesstimation, like 10-mile final, so we'll just have to keep that in mind. And we're flying the green dot here as well. And we are Spirit Wings 1067, so let's get that gun underway here. Are we on 121 flat? And I do remember from the client that it was 121 flat, so we're good to go. Okay. Boston traffic, Spirit Wings 1067 is on a right downwind for runway 36 right. We're planning the ILS 36 right from the transition bald. Boston. I'm not going to bother with the distance call out. It's no other traffic, and once we get kind of situated here, I'll start calling out distances on the ILS just in case that departure aircraft decides to get going. Alright, so I'm going to scope out just a little bit so I can see this, but the way I like to do this is fly outbound a little bit farther and then bring myself back in on a nice heading. And if you just hit direct in here, you don't even have to vector yourself. I mean, you could vector yourself, but I just prefer not to. I'm going to arm the localizers up here as well. And that's there. The identifier is correct, the frequency is correct, and the DME is shown about 10, so that's perfect. Probably be on at that point, based on the DME, we'll probably be on like a 15-mile final when we turn over bald. Let's get this going. Alrighty, you can see there, starting to come into view very nicely. So I'm waiting for this angle that I'm going to come in to bald to 1, intercept bald, and 2, come in where I'm going to make a turn that will bring me in at around anywhere around 30 degrees. I'd like it to be less, but the airplane can do the turn. I could even enter it now and the airplane would do the turn. It's just I like to have peace of mind that I have a little bit more of a realistic vectoring in. just waiting for that arrow to keep coming over, and then eventually we'll hit that direct button. And yeah, showing below the profile obviously for the glide slope, which would make sense, and we're on the profile for our VNAV, so everything is where we need it to be. That cone's starting to come up, we're probably good to turn in just a few moments here. And let's see, let's give it a few more seconds. Yeah, I'm good to turn in. Alright, so we're gonna hit direct, and you'll see the airplane will make a right-hand turn. Here she comes. And I forgot to get those landing lights on, but that's okay. Not the landing light for the nose yet, because it's in the fuselage. It's not out yet. And really cool, you can see the wing light lighting up the bit of the cabin there. Or the, yeah, that's the wing light. Or is that the runway turn off? No, actually, do you know what that is? That is the retracts, because I forgot they're close enough to the wing. Or, sorry, they're under the wing, and they shine outward, so naturally it would catch a little bit of that side there. In Austin traffic, Spirit Wings 1067, about an 18-mile final for the ILS runway 36 right, where direct ball had not quite established yet, Austin. Alrighty, 1600 set. Remember, missed approach altitude that we briefed was, I believe, 3,000. We're just going to verify that on the chart. It is 3,000. Good job, Jake. And yeah, so we'll be setting 3,000 once we capture the glide slope. Got auto brake slow and descent in the blue. Obviously altitude constraint, so it's holding. Do that 4,000 bald. Once we hit our approach speed here, which is that D right there, once we hit that decel point, I will be introducing flaps 1. And we are on a 15-mile final. So we're going to go ahead and arm the localizer. Localizer's good, we captured. And we're going to arm both autopilots. And let's make sure it flies properly to the localizer. No runway in sight. Well, we're still kind of rolling out here. No runway in sight yet, but that's okay. We'll pick it up in a minute. Austin traffic, Spirit Wings 1067, established on the localizer runway 36 right, about 13 miles out. Austin. Alrighty. Flaps 1. There she comes. Get her slowing down. We do have that approach mode armed. So we have brake slow in the blue, altitude magenta. We have glide slope in the blue, and autopilot 1 and 2. So we're chilling. Just gotta wait for the glide slope to capture, which it's coming up right now actually. You can see that right there. Probably grab the glide slope before we even get to the VNAV path. We'll see. Glide slope captured. We can go ahead and set 3,000 missed approach altitude set. Good. 10 miles, captured the glide slope. Actually 8 miles now. 7.5, we can go gear flaps 2. Speed, actually, yeah. Get the gear down first.
2,500.
Let's get that speed away from the yellow there. Yeah. Might need a bit of speed brakes. We'll try flaps 2. It's a little close, but we'll see. Yeah. Ah, there she comes. Nice. Still a little fast here, but that's alright. We got 5 miles, 7 miles. What is that, 6 miles?
2,000.
2,000 feet. That's alive. Just waiting on this to get in there. Speed's coming down nicely. About 5 miles. We're coming. There's the runway. We're gonna go flaps 3. A little quick here, but we're testing something here. Hey, that's dinged. Everything's cross-checked. We're good. And Austin traffic, Spirit Wings 1067, 4-mile final, ILS runway 36 right, Austin. We're going to try and vacate on Golf, because that'll bring us right to the gate. We'll have to start the APU pretty much immediately, but that's okay. Alright, going down to the approach. And didn't even have to touch speed brakes, so we did that. Excellent. So we're configured, and watch this.
1,000.
Hell yeah, right at 1,000 feet. Stabilize, missed approach altitude set. My aircraft. Little bumpy. Now I'm somewhat okay at this, but every once in a while I miss the glide slope. But the biggest thing is once I'm visual, I really don't care. As long as it's not too unsafe. A little low here.
500.
Just kind of bring that nose up, catch back up to the profile,
400.
and push her back down. It's alright, we're a little low, let's just level her off a little bit. There's 2 white, push her back down. It's that wind, I think. It's a little
300.
bit of wind there. High, push her back down. Whoop, rain. Holy crap.
100
Okay.
above. 200.
Watch out for wet runway here.
Minimum 100.
Nose consider.
50. 40. 30. 20. Retard. 10. 5.
Come on. Holy float. Yeah. Alright, here we are. Keep the nose from slamming. Come on, nose. Wow! Holy moly, that nose stayed up. Alright. Versus green diesel. Don't know if we'll make Golf, because that's Golf right there. I'm not going to push it. Roll the end. I don't want to bother trying to jam the brakes. It's toll us.
Auto brake off.
Might actually make it worse if I jam the brakes, so... Alright, start cleaning up the airplane here. Wasn't too bad. Looked like 100 something. Low hundreds, so that wasn't too bad there. Alright, APU, let's get that going. We can clean this up as well. We're on the ground, these can stop. There we go. And we'll exit at the very end. Because we went a little bit long, but it was within the touchdown markers, so that's okay. Exit the runway, we can turn the strobes off, that can come off as well, I forgot about that. There we go. Click that to the bottom, that, and that. And Austin traffic, Spirit Wings 1067 is clear of runway 36 right. We'll be back to stand 8 on Alpha and Golf. Houston, or Austin. Houston. Yeah, that's it. Alrighty. Missed that taxiway just a bit, but that's okay. I'm trying to look at the chart to see what would be best to get into the gate. Turn off terrain and weather. And I'll tab real quick to Volanta, and I'll tell you guys that was a 98 foot per minute on Volanta, and it was a little long. It was a little long, but that's okay. Left the power. I've been leaving the power in there for too long because I've been paranoid ever since I started seeing characteristics in the Tolus that make me wonder if I should just relearn how to do the flare and stuff in this airplane. I feel like I've been messing it up for no reason, but it's alright. It's just practice. I just gotta keep learning. I mean, my landings are not that bad. It's just I'd like to stay under, I don't know, stay under like somewhere around the 1,000 footers. That's what I mean. My brain is just not working. So I apologize. We're going into gate 8. So that's going to be straight in on, what is that? Turning onto Golf 1, then Charlie 1, and then straight into the gate. It's literally right off to our right there. It's like one of those gates right there. And that's where the real-life flight parked with this flight number yesterday. Well, actually now. No, it is yesterday, yeah. Because it was today when I took off. Because now in the Eastern Standard Time, it is 1:28. I think local time it is 12:28. Should be right. Alright, we're clear on all sides. Keep coming in here. Centerline discipline is absolutely stellar tonight, sarcastically. Alright, and then gate 8 is going to be the one to the right, I believe, here. It's 2 down from where I'm at right now. So this is 10. Stand 10, and then this is the line for 8. What do you want, inner marker? Alright, I'm going to turn off the taxiway, and I always go outside the park because I do not have any guidance, which I should re-download that plugin, but I didn't. Can you move? Like, I don't know. And also, what are you... Yes. Thank you. I really, really appreciate that. My aircraft did need that weight taken off of it. Absolutely. Alright, you're moving. We're clear on that side. I love the ground equipment in this game. You're sorry, I'm going to trigger people for that. Flight sim. Flight sim. It's a flight simulator. Alrighty, let's put the brakes on nice and smooth. That was not smooth, but we did it the Spirit way, so that counts. Alright, APUs available, engine 1 and 2 off. And I'm going to turn the dome light on because I want to. And we're going to go seatbelt sign, disarm the doors, and go ahead and do that beacon. Jetway, I have a little hop bind for it, so that comes up. And we're going to go in the ISCS and go boom, boom, boom. And then I'm also going to get the cargo going because why not? I know it's a little early, but it's alright. And then over here. Bam! And we can kill the APO. Sweet! And that is the flight, ladies and gentlemen. So that was pretty fun. I'm not going to do a transition outro, if I can speak English still. Just because that cockpit door was unlocked that whole flight. Also, brake fans and release the parking brake because we have chocks in. Yeah, that door was unlocked the entire flight. So that was wonderful. But anyhow, hope you guys enjoyed this flight here, this little test stream and everything. Seems like everything worked fine. I will go back and watch the VOD to see what needs to be changed, what went well, what didn't, and kind of tweak from there. But overall, I think it was a pretty good success. So yeah, I hope, let me get a nice little outside view here. Even though I don't have really, I use mostly default scenery. I know probably people are going to be like, what the hell, but that is what I do. Yeah, so there's the aircraft right there. So So I hope you guys enjoyed. And yeah, we'll see you next time in the next flight or whatever. I plan on streaming Friday. There might be a surprise stream tomorrow. I will post on YouTube all my updates. All my updates go on YouTube for now. So you just have to check my posts on the community side of my channel. And yeah, when you look in there, you'll see everything that has to do with when I'm live and if I'm canceling a stream. Just do know that my stream does kind of fluctuate due to me being in college, and I have that as an obligation that comes first. And yeah, other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed and had a good night. And for those of you watching the VOD back, thank you for watching. Hope you guys enjoy. I know this is literally just nothing because it's just me jumping on in the middle of a flight and testing some stuff. But I appreciate you guys regardless, and we'll see you in the next one. Take care.